Robbie here, Eagle TV, and we're out here at Sherwood Forest Golf Club today, my home course, doing a bit of practice. And it just came to me that one of the biggest problems we have as golfers is taking our range swing out onto the golf course and trying to replicate those moves that we're making so good in our technical practice out onto the real thing on the course. And I've been lucky enough to speak with a lot of my ambassadors who are pros, tour pros. I've done some work over the last couple of years with Andrew Reynolds, the COG coach, and there's a lot of ways that we can be doing things a little bit more efficiently and a lot better during our practice to help that transition from the range, from the practice area onto the golf course. Now this can be putting, short game, or also your long game. Today we're out here doing some long game practice, so I thought I'd take you through my practice structure and how this might help you to structure your practice going forwards on the range. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, is a nice quick warm up, just 2 or 3 minutes. Getting those muscles working. So once I've done a little bit of a warm up, guys, what I'll do now is I tend to do a couple of short shots, try and work on some stuff within my technique. So we had a lesson with Liam last week, and one of the things that we wanted to try and improve was my move, single arm swings, and get my movement a little bit more in sync. Almost like mini versions of the golf swing that we're trying to do on the full swing. So what I've been doing is kind of 10 of these. If I've been doing it okay, then I move on to my next drill. If I'm struggling, then maybe I'll do 5 to 10 more, depending on how it's coming out. So we'll do a couple of these here. Haven't done any yet, so this is the first one fresh. Skinny, but went straight and airborne. So what I find is, if I do this right with a nice relaxed arm, the move in here generates that natural lag, and then from there the club should just naturally release itself with human instinct. There we go. That was nice clipped. These are literally going like 20 yards. So the ball is slightly popping out a bit right, so that's telling me that I need to lean more into the ball. And this should get the start line a little further left. Tell that's packed full of spin. And that one popped out, so that's telling me that I released the golf club. Came out nice, but that means I cheated it with my hands. This one's finished. Yeah, so that's stage 1 of the warm-up done. 10 balls, nice drill just to get my body moving correctly. So now we move on to stage 2. Right guys, stage 2 of the practice session is more now into, still technical based, but more into the full swing rather than the shorter shots. We're carrying on the same feels, but at a bigger scale. So away with head cover, and in comes towels. So we're using a bit more like a bath towel, shower towel, something like that. Not a golf towel, a little bit too light. And this basically, well, if you want to actually know the proper reason, and the real person to talk about it is Liam Robinson. You know, one of our previous videos, it talks about why we use the towel in this scenario. So go and watch that video. But essentially, it's a way that we can help move our body, a bigger collision, and it's something we can actually do at home and kind of get a lot of benefit from. So what we do here is 10 swings on the towel, and this is a drill that we're doing to help club travel, ensure that we're getting off the golf ball, and then a 3-part movement to then get back on it and release the golf club from there. So I'll do 10 of these swings before I even hit a golf ball. It goes a little bit something like this. So guys, once we've done 10 towel smashes and we're feeling okay, what I'll do now is start moving this into a ball. So I'll do 1 towel smash, have the ball ready there set up, and I'll do 10 of these reps. So 10 drills on the towel and 10 swings on the golf ball. guys, what I'm trying to do is just maintain that feel on the drill. Not really think too much about them when I go into the ball, but then just feel exactly what I'm feeling on the drill, on the golf ball. And it's amazing, without any pre-shot routine or anything, straight into the ball and try and replicate it. You see the ball flights, it's unbelievable. So, drill. Release all that energy into that towel. And then literally the same feel here. Right guys, third stage of the session done. Time to get rid of the towel. Obviously the towel is a great tool for us to use during practice, but it's not something we can take out onto the golf course. So if you're using training aids, you need to make sure that halfway through your session at least you're dropping the training aid and trying to get that feel replicated within a practice swing and then onto the ball. So what I've now got is my 4 scoring clubs. So I've got 8, 7, 6 and 5 iron. Now these are the clubs you're going to be hitting the majority into the greens during a round of golf. So what I'll do now, I'll now start to replicate the drill within a practice swing. So that feel in a practice swing, trying to get as much motion in there as possible, not static positions, but trying to release the club in the correct way. Then what I'll do, I'll change club after each shot and maybe even change my alignment in terms of my target, just so I'm starting to get used to that feel on the golf ball with different clubs and changing that scenario like we'll find on the golf course. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do now. I'll literally work from 8 iron through to 5 iron and back down again for anywhere between 12 to 16 shots. So here we go, just the same practice here, just trying to make sure I touch the ground. So what I've been doing, 2 of these back, continue this divot line just so the greenkeepers have a go at us. These are just overdrawing slightly. That just means I need to hold on less and release the club into the ground more. Might be a result of me not getting off of it as much. So I'm going to try and accentuate this movement now and accentuate the release. I don't always laugh when I take divots from a practice shot, but I actually do it on purpose. Best shot of the day so far. So that's 2 rounds there, guys. I'll probably do another round, at least maybe 2 more, just to make sure I'm getting that strike each time, right start line, window and all that good stuff. So I'll do this now, I'll catch you on the next part. Hi guys, so final part of the practice session now. I would either do this if I was on the range, or if I've got some time, lucky enough at Sherwood we've got a 4-hole loop, I would then go and play 4 holes with some really focus on all the stuff that we've been doing in the drills, trying to take that out to the golf course, picture different shots, hit different clubs each time, you know, proper golf. And it's nice that it only takes kind of like 45 minutes or so to complete, if that. Or if you haven't got that much time and you're just at range, there is loads and loads of games you can play to ensure that there's some pressure and some competitiveness to your practice. So one of the ones I love to do, and there's loads you can find online as well about driving range games, competitive games to get better. But the one I love really is using these scoring clubs again, 8 iron to 5 iron. You have a shot with each, you pick a target, but then you have a reduced amount of allowance after each round. So the first round of the clubs you have 15 yards each side of your target, that then reduces to 10 yards and then down to 5, and you basically score yourself if you get it within your tolerance or not on that round. It takes 12 balls, but the real focus is proper pre-shot routine, practice swings, focus, and really score yourself quite strictly to make sure that, you know, if if there is a bunker there, then you're going to be able to get up and down in real life. So, you know, try and make these as competitive as you can. Sometimes it's good to keep score in a diary or something like this, but it's not necessarily need to. It's just more about focusing on each shot and practicing that pre-shot routine in some kind of competitive environment. So I'm going to go ahead, complete this drill, and that will be us done at this session, about 30 minutes. So I've segregated the balls down into 3 groups of 4. I'll pick my target and then away we go. Way too far left. 2 from 3. Too far left would probably mean I was on top of it and got stuck. So focus on a bit more getting off. Keeping his hands up in transition. Target line. Right on target. 3 from 4. Let's move on to the next lot. 10-yard dispersion. Last set I talked about, I missed a certain way, and I know that my patting when I miss that way means something else within my technique. So when I was doing that, really focusing on the drill again in my practice swing to then get a better result out there. My next one was the best shot I played all day. So a little bit more focus on each drill, making sure we're doing all the right stuff. Just crept in, 10 yards, onto 5 now. Pretty sure that's just crept in. It's on the borderline, to be fair, a 5-yard window. But one thing I have noticed when I do this on the range, I'll often mix up my target line as well. But just because there's that many trees here, it's tough to remember which one you're at. But on the range, what I find is when I'm aiming right and trying to take a straight shot or draw it, when aiming right kind of over my shoulder, I sometimes block it left. And that's a really good thing that I've noticed on the golf course as well. If I've got a tee box on the left hand side, I'm trying to aim to the right across it and draw it maybe against the wind, I find that shot really hard. So trying to replicate that on the driving range or in this practice scenario in an environment like this where we're trying to score, it's only a good thing for your golf going forward. 8.5 out of 10 here. 8.5 out of 11, sorry. This could be my best score of this game yet. Gotta hit this one. No pressure. Shouldn't have probably been thinking about that. Should have just been thinking about the process, but you can't help, can you? You can't help it. Best score of my life. Let's hit the shot. Lands about 7 yards left. It's a miss. We'd have to get up and down for our best score, but saying that, it's, if we're a 15-yard target like the first round, which most of on the golf course is going to be, we're in, aren't we? We're putting. So by reducing that target, we've made our aim point smaller, and therefore, if we like that on the golf course, if we've got more room for error than what it's saying, then that's a good thing for our golf. So, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Like I say, this is how I structure my practice now. Technical, smaller movements, bigger technical with the smash bag, then start to integrate the smash bag on the ball. So technical on the ball, and then try and get a feeling that you can have in your practice swing to replicate your drill onto the golf ball and finish off with some kind of performance drill or out on the golf course where your swings have consequences. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video, guys. Just something that I've picked up. I'm not a pro, I'm just a handicapped golfer who loves the game. A couple of years ago I was down to 0.6. I've currently ticked up to 3.5. but looking to get my golf game back, and I hope this is going to be the way forward. So let me know in the comments if you enjoy this video, if you do any of this stuff, if you're going to try it out. Please let us know. I'm sure the community on YouTube and social media will love it. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.